I'm gonna do my best, but I'm not man enough to review these trucks. I mean, I'm dressed in baby green blue here. I've got baby blue shoes on. I'm not man enough. I need like a real man, like, I don't know, Sam Elliott, circa Roadhouse. I don't know, Martin Riggs, maybe somebody, Jason Bourne. These are trucks. This is not a half-ton truck. We're not looking at trying to get the best gas mileage. We're trying to move the earth. These are not trucks you buy to run down to the grocery store and buy a gallon of milk. This is not a Ford Maverick or a Hyundai Santa Cruz. We're talking about both of these trucks are way over six figures. Well, not way over six figures, but we're into the $100,000 territory. You got a GMC Sierra 2500 AT4 with a bison package, or the AEW package. I call it the bison package. It's got a bison as a mascot. And then over here is an F-250 Platy with a red 6.7 badge, which means 1,200 pound-feet of torque, 500 horsepower. I mean, let's just say this is probably the boss's truck. I would imagine that the lower men at the job site probably won't be driving these trucks. I want to start with the GMC because it's freaking sick. All right, AT4X. It's got brass inserts in the grill. It's got a metal bumper. See, look at that bison. AEV. Well, I said AEW. Excuse me, AEV. Oh, they're going to come for me. Heavy duty, Duramax, Allison transmission. 6 point. Oh, God, just look at it. Wait, I didn't even open the doors yet. Automatic running boards. Baseball glove stitching. I even like that. Bose stereo. Of course, it's a Bose stereo. Now, this one's not new. This one's used, so it's a little bit dirtier than the F-250 because the F-250 is brand new. This was a trade-in. That's why it kind of looks like this. We're going to take our time and get in there, but I figured we'd at least... Is that Alcantara on the headliner? Oh, no! Are you serious? These are supposed to be work trucks. Anyway, it's got the great tailgate. Oh, we're going to get in there and play with that in just a second. Now let's go over here and in representing Ford Motor Company, FOMO-CO, we got a F-250 trimmer, platinum, red 6.7 badge. Talk about Alcantara. Do you have an Alcantara headliner? Because your counterpart does. Uh-oh. That's all right. That's all right. The interior in that heavy-duty GMC ain't near as pretty as this Platy. Anyway, here is the Ford offering. We're going to dive into both of these, and we're going to pick them to pieces, find out what's good about them, and find out what is trash. Speaking about what is trash of them, there's your antenna. Anyway, both of them had the hard bed covers. That's nice. Both of them have the step tailgates. Ford's is easier to deploy. General Motors is a little bit more heavy duty. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a tiger by its toe. Make him pay $50 every day. My mama told me not to pick the very last one, and you are not it. All right. We're going to start off with this F-250 lipstick red 6.7. Stay tuned. Beef, meat, succulent goodness. As soon as you open the door, you have realized that this is not vinyl seats. This is not an XL pattern. I mean, for God's sakes, man, look at this one little piece of marble right here. That was machined. Artisans took decades. They've been working on this since the early 2000s. They finally thought it was ready for production in 2024. You know what I mean? I mean, just look at that. It's on the front part, it's on the back. I mean, the quality, Jesus, it's second to none. All right, these are mats and stuff in there. Let's get those out of our way because we don't need any of that. All right, we got vents on the back of that console. We got heated seats, USB-Cs, USB-Ds, a vitamin 12 right there, and a power outlet. You could charge anything. My wife can bring all of those electronic gadgets that need a cord. I've been married for 15 years. I'll let you figure out what that is. Anyway, all right, we're going to climb up in here. Let's see here. We've got a couple of cup holders, I'm sure, right there. Nice and juicy. Let's lift this seat up. We've got the storage box underneath there that does lay down if you don't like that. All right, there's no need to get up in there because I promise you there's plenty of room. All right, before we keep going, I would like to say this. I am not a Power Stroke guy. I'm not a Cummins guy. I'm not a Duramax guy. I just like diesels. But I'll say this, it doesn't really matter which diesel it is. All the guys tell me that if we didn't have the DEF, that everything would be right as rain. So maybe, what is it called? Deleting them, bulletproofing them, deleting them, all that stuff. Maybe you ought to look into that after you pay the 100+ tag. Anyway, let's get on back to this. All right, let's talk about this tailgate right here. This is a platinum. Now, it doesn't need to be a platinum to get this. Towing, I have no idea. I'd say we're well somewhere around 20,000 pounds. That's probably off the back. Gooseneck, we're probably in the mid-20s. But as I always say, please do your own research and check your own figures, because I can put you in the ballpark, but I will not put you on base. You know what I mean? All right, let's pull this little thing right here to show you how easy this is. And then you just fold that back and it just keeps on walking on back right there. We got LED lighting. There's a little switch right there. You got a LED light on that side. You got a LED light on that side. Remember, you got one coming off the cab. We got a power outlet right in there. Let's flip this mat up. Is there a hitch underneath there? Nope, not set up for the fifth wheel, but you could fifth wheel if you needed to. All right, let's show us that tailgate, Casey. Push that button right there. That step is gonna pop out. We're gonna do that right there. It's rated for about 400 pounds. I'm about 6'1", 280. It holds me just fine. You just put your foot right there, reach up with one hand and grab that. See, about 280, and I'm just standing on it. So, Casey, I'm a big boy. I don't think it'll hold me. Well, how big a boy are you? All right, here we go, coming on around the side. We've also got a step right there in the bumper that was borrowed from General Motors. There's 3 different ways to get in this truck bed. You could double up right there, you could come off the bedside, or use the step. All right, we're gonna climb in the back cab right here because I would like to show you how nice the dash is. God, look at that. I can't get past the one piece of marble right there. I mean, good God. All right, grab that handle, climbing on up in there. Big screen. It's got the e-brake, got the camera pack, or not the e-brake, got the Jake brake. 2-step double-decker glove boxes. Wireless charging pads, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheels. It's a platinum, for God's sakes. All right, coming on out of here. Why do you keep talking about all this? If this was just a regular 6.7 badge, that's nothing wrong with that. You're looking at I think it's 400 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. But if you get the lipstick badge, the lipstick red 6.7, 500 and 1,200 pound-feet of torque. All right, you got the trimmer wheels because this has the trimmer package. I guess that would be a good time to look at the window sticker right now. Pause for station identification. All right. Ooh, the window sticker's torn. All right, here's what we got. We got a 2024 F250 single rear wheel, platinum, 6.7 high output, agate black, Carmelo Anthony leather. We've got the high output engine is $13,000 option. The trimmer off-road package is $4,400. You get extra skid plates, 35-inch mud tars, those 18-inch wheels, 11,000 pound gross vehicle rating. You got the hard tonneau cover for 1,200. Panel, the big huge sunroof, 1,500. Max recline driver seat. Oh, I should show you guys that. All right, so there's the window sticker, $101,165. Now, if we didn't have the high output engine, we could probably get it underneath 100,000. Obviously, not all F250s are 101,000. This one's juicier than most, you know what I mean? But it's like I said at the beginning, people that are looking at this truck, They're not really looking at the price. They don't care. They want the truck. All right, let's pop the hood. And before we start it, we'll let you look underneath there, because once we start it, it gets a little loud. I think the Duramax is actually a little bit quieter than the Stroke. But both of them are quieter than the Cummins, period. I mean, I love the Cummins. I'm just saying it's louder. All right, so there it is. I can't tell you anything exciting. There you go. 6.7 high output. Let's go up here and let's give it a little bit of juice and play with a few features, and then it's time to shut my mouth. All right, grab that handle right there. All right, both trucks do have column shift. I do like that. There's your exhaust brake, camera package. I do think that a camera package is important, especially in trucks of this size, whether it's the Ford, the GMC, the Chevy, or the Dodge. I believe all of them do have that. All right, there's your four-wheel drive controls, trailer brake, some more trailer controls, more storage. There's your wireless charging pad, USB-C, USB-D. Put your phone right there. You can have 4 cup holders or just 2. You do have some storage on both sides of the console. Upfitter switches if you want to put a winch, snow plow, lights, whatever. They're already done right there. Over here, you've got another 12 volt, another power outlet. That makes the 3 power outlets total. 1 in the back seat, 1 in the bed, and 1 up front. Dual decker storage right there. Center console is massive. Oh, it's got the safe. All right. We're down here in Tennessee. I personally live in Georgia. We know it could be put down into that safe, don't we? Yeah. Anyway, all right. I like that. How much is that option? How much is just the safe option right there? Let's see. How much are you? Max recline, wheel, skid plate. Vehicle safe by console vault, $350. All right, $350, that's cool. All right, you've got traction control, heads-up display. There's all your heads-up display. Let's see here. We've got, looks like, how can I get to where you guys can see that? Mile per hour tack, 2-wheel drive. It shows status of 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, trajectory. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, that's the inside B&O sound system. I have no idea how many speakers. It does have the massive sunroof. Let's take a second and give thanks for such a sunroof. I have to be honest with you folks. A sunroof to me is almost more important than the radio. So this truck checks all of my boxes. It's just too bad I can't afford it. All right, we're done with this Ford. Let's go over here and play with this GMC, this AEV, sorry. Before we get going, I have to say that I do like the front end on the GMC better. There's nothing wrong with the Ford front end. I love the brass grille or the soft brass painted over black, whatever. It gives it that old patina look. There's nothing wrong with the 33 grille. Nothing wrong with brackets to encase that Ford emblem. I just like the brass grille. All right, AEW AT4 Sierra 2500. Big boy truck, like I said. Allison transmission, Duramax diesel. I think we're going to start off at the bed because that's how we started right there. I will say this. Both of these trucks have phenomenal tailgate accessories. This one right here is a little bit more heavy duty. Kind of think RV. You know what I mean? Here we go. Shut up, Casey, and show us. Okay, I will. All right, let's press this button right here. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Of course I would. Let's press this one right here. All right, so our tailgate has come down. Before I do the next part, I would like to recommend, and just a little asterisk right here, please, for the love of God, make sure that you have removed the ball. Because if you haven't removed the ball, you're going to have some damage. Now we're going to reach in here. We're going to press that button that I pressed first. That's going to drop that down. Now there's another little handle right here. That pops down. Somebody has added this. This is a pretty cool little feature. So at a bonfire, you've pulled up to the lake, you can plug your phone up right there and jam out to your playlist. That does not come factory. That is an ad. Somebody did that. But anyway, also this has the bed cover just like the Ford does. You pull down that little latch right there, flip it back, and it's a 3-folder. This one, someone has removed the stick. There is a stick that pops up right there. You know, on that Ford where that shaft came out right there and it popped up. Normally, I don't know why someone would have removed it, but they have. but there is a stick right there, but we're not going to do that. See this right here? We're going to use this hand grip. So we're going to put 1 foot right here. God, this is going to kind of be tough. The taller you are for this, the better. Reach up here with one hand and pull yourself up. Like I said before, the Ford is rated for about 400 pounds. This feels like it's rated for like 1,000 pounds. Definitely more heavy duty. All right, we've got lights on that side. We've got another light right there. There's a 5th wheel hitch. This one's already been 5th wheeled. Some lights right there as well. All right, moving right along. There's the bed. I'm telling you, that would be cool. Pull up to the lake, jamming and stuff. He knew what he was using his truck for, or she knew what she was using her truck for. Why's it got to be a he, Casey? It doesn't. Anyway, here we go. Remember, the trimmer, that's like off-roadiness in Fordville, AEV. All right, I love the plastic color. Let's open up. We got automatic running boards just like on the Ford. The baseball stitching right here, that's pretty cool. A lot of plastic, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know both of them have a lot of plastic, so I'm not saying the Ford has none. It just kind of feels, it's plasticky. A lot of hard, there's not really much squish. There's a little squish right there. Bose stereo system, power windows. I do like that polished piece right there. I mean, plastic wood grain. I mean, over there, for God's sakes, we've got artisaned marble in the door panels. You don't believe me? I mean, just think of how many hours, how many days, months, years, decades, centuries were spent carving this piece right here of this solid marble. And remember, there's 4 of those pieces in there. So the quality level, it's just not there in the GMC. But to each his own, onward and upward. Oh, this does have a step, but that step is decapitated right there. So it looks like you've only got 2 ways to get into the bed. All right, let's flip up your seat right here. What have you got to offer? No storage underneath, but that's okay. Almost forgot. One of the greatest inventions by General Motors right here. All truck companies, just admit defeat. Just admit it. It's okay. Fantastic. Way to go, GMC. Way to go, General Motors. All right, let's flip that down right there. A couple of cup holders right there. All right, we've got heated seats on the back, a USB-C, a USB-D. We've got vents right there. That is nothing. We've got pockets on the back. God, I can't get over the Alcantara headliner. It's got a little bitty baby sunroof. Some people, that won't leak as bad as that big one over there in that Ford. Yeah, but that Ford over there at night, ooh, you could put that whole thing back. You ain't even got to open it. Look up at the stars, you know, like you're on a date. Make out point. Anyway, I do like the Alcantara headliner. All right, Casey, you've only showed some good stuff. How much is this truck? About $30,000? Well, all right. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we've got. All right, 2024 Sierra 4-wheel drive crew cab AT4X. She's $104,720. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the Duramax 6.6 liter turbo diesel. That is a $9,500 option. We've also got the AT4X AEV edition package. That is $9,400. We've got bumper front stamped steel, stamped rear, gloss black door handles, tailgate accent, 18-inch black gloss wheels, 18-inch spare wheel, stamped steel skid plates, embroidered headrest, embroidered floor liners, goosenecks, 5th wheel. Oh, we're done with that. So that's all you get for $9,400. And then you get the $545 for the gooseneck package, 7-pin trailer harness, Thunderstorm Gray. That's the color. Ooh, Thunderstorm Gray for $500. I even like the name. I call it plastic gray. That's the color of my car. All right, so there it is for $104,720. Gross vehicle weight rating, 11,350 pounds. What was this rated? I think this was rated at 11,000, wasn't it? Hang on just one second. I just want to, I mean, it's not a big deal in case you're talking about 300 pounds. I know, but I just want to see, it's just for, yeah, that's what I thought. Rated for 11,000. So, gross vehicle weight rating, the GMC is 350 pounds more. All right, so just real quick before we finish off on the interior of the GMC, 105,000, 102,000. Is the GMC $3,000 better than the F-250? I don't know. All right. I will say this, the seats, they are nice. I kind of like the bull up there in the headrest. The AT4 looks fantastic. All right, let's go over there and turn it on and see what else we got. We got double stack dash right there. Go ahead and stick that back in there. All right. It looks the part. I'll give it that. It's bigger. It sets up taller than the Ford. All right. A lot of people make fun of those mirrors, that they are kind of big on there. That is one thing. Those mirrors don't extend, do they? Ooh. No, those don't extend. See the Ford right there? There's a power switch in there, and you can extend those out like if you're pulling a camper or something like that. I mean, it's not a big thing, but it is something. All right, let's see here. Let's start it up and see what we've got. Bose stereo system, two-way memory seats, automatic windows. You can fold your mirrors, though. All right, let's climb on up in there. All right. Ooh, the start-stop button, fantastic. Change fuel filter. This truck has 23,000 miles on it. There's the heads-up display in the GMC. Looks like we've got a compass, mile per hour. Maybe there's a few things once you get going. All right, let's see here. Dual climate control, heated and cooled seats in the front, automatic all the way down switches. You can lower the tailgate from right here. There's your exhaust brake. It's the same thing over there on the Ford. Dual climate control. Looks like we've got, there's your trailer brake setup. You got a USB-C right there, a USB-D. Put your phone right there. 2 cup holders. Just something, I guess you can put your key right there if you want to. That is not a wireless charging pad. That could have been something cool if they had done that. All right, here's all your controls for your sunroof right here. It is a smaller sunroof, but regardless of the fact, it is a sunroof, and all around that sunroof is Alcantara suede. There's something to be said for that. All right, center console is massive, just like the Ford. Another USB-C, another USB-D. There's your power outlet right there in the center console. So pretty much everything that the GMC has, the Ford has. Everything that the Ford has, the GMC has. It's just a different way of engineering. It's a different way of making it. I'm sure there are a few features either way. Let's go ahead and pop underneath the hood. I know I did it backwards on the Ford, but let's take a look at this Duramax. I think, if I am not mistaken, and that happens quite frequently, so if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think that the power rating here is about 420 horsepower and 950 pound-feet of torque. 450 horsepower, 950. It's somewhere around in there, but I know it's not as powerful as the lipstick red Power Stroke badge. All right. Is there a high output version of a Duramax? I mean, I know you can tune it and do a few things, but I'm talking about, you know, like, because that's got a regular 6.7, and then there's a high output 6.7. Anyway, I was just thinking. I guess it's time for you to make a decision. I have to go with the Ford. There's a few things on the GMC that I find really cheap. There's a few things on the Ford that I find that way too. There's a lot of plastic inside the GMC interior. I mean, Casey, I know there's plastic in the Ford. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I was going to spend the money, not to mention the Ford is $3,000 cheaper. Not that when you're spending $100,000, $3,000 means jack shit. But I like the color on the GMC. I love the interior 10 times more in there. I like the earth tones, the tan. I like the trimmer badge. It kind of jumps off right there. As far as the color, though, I like the gray. As far as diesel engines, I'll choose the Power Stroke over the Duramax. I'm not a real big fan of the Allison transmissions. The old Allison transmissions I don't think are as good as the new Allison transmissions. But who cares? I'm sorry, in a perfect world there would have been a Dodge here, or a Ram, excuse me. Occasionally it's not a Dodge, but there's not a Ram. That would be nice though. So which one would you choose? If you were going to spend $100 grand and you weren't going to buy a home,